Hello. Welcome in. We're going to be doing free tarot readings and just hanging out and chatting. I have cheesecake with me. You know I have to have a snack, especially if we plan to hang out for a bit. So we're just going to wait for people to enter the room. Which one is that? Six of Pentacles. I'll take it. So depending what part of the world you're on, you're either waking up or it's nighttime. I guess let me know in the chat. This is supposed to be a lemony raspberry cheesecake. That is so good. Just out of nowhere, I was craving cheesecake. I don't know what it was. We'll take a break. How is everyone doing? Do I have anyone from Instagram online today? Let me know, because I just posted the announcement that I am no longer reading tarot readings locally in person ever again. So let's talk about that. Why is that? I want to make a more formal post because it's actually not just one thing. It was a series of events and more than one person that has violated my boundaries, siphoned my energy, drained my energy, mimicked me, stole my ideas, tried to, I don't know, act like they knew things before they met me, even though it were things that I fed to them from like casual conversations. And then on Threads, I posted, because I just watched the Diddy documentary, and destiny swapping is a real thing, you guys. Like, I didn't realize that how abundant I really am and how much of a strong manifester I really was until I took out like the narcissists, the manipulators, and the energy drainers in my life. And now that I've had like enough space to where, you know, when you're alone for a bit, you're able to recognize it a lot better. And so when people come at me, it's a lot easier for me to discern and to shut it down a lot quicker. And so Spirit has been throwing me these tests, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, it's been very disheartening because, especially as an Aquarius, like, we're known for our friend groups, but we are kind of like the lone wolf, the introverted, extroverted, because we feel so misunderstood. So when I do put myself out there and when I do try to make like genuine connections and friendships, and a lot of the times in this industry, you guys, your tarot clients sometimes end up being your friendships, because as they evolve and grow, and depending, like, you know, if they end up being a spiritual practitioner or reader themselves, like, sometimes that dynamic can morph and grow, and I think that's totally normal. However, some people really take advantage of that and use like me being a reader as like a doorway to aggressively just enter my life. And it's just so weird. It's a thing that people don't really talk about, and maybe there's a reason why this is happening to me, so that I can give other people that are going through something similar more self-awareness, and hey, you're not alone, you're not crazy, people really see what you got and that you are who you say you are. And they'll try to humiliate you and humble you, and you know what, those people are not for you. So I'm really recognizing that I am the shit that other people see it too, so much so that they'll try to drag me down like this. Gosh, you guys, like most recently it was like a local person, a girl that was trying to get to know me locally, and we'll get more into that later, because I don't see anyone from Instagram here where I can kind of like make this more of a conversation instead of me just rambling. But yeah, it was a whole thing. But if you're new here, hi, my name is Allie. I'm a tarot reader and an intuitive coach for the past 5 years. And I guess in interconnection of like what I was just rambling about, I was a closeted reader. And I have some YouTube about me videos on my spiritual awakening journey and how I became a reader, because it wasn't always a thing. And I think a lot of people saw this big wave of new spiritualists and readers and people tapping into their gifts around the time of the pandemic. And now we're seeing a whole other wave, right? And so I was one of those people that rode that wave around 2020, and I've been strengthening my spiritual gifts ever since. And so if you want to learn more about that, you can just go find those videos. I do plan to make more videos because I have a lot of side quest stories, and a lot of people ask me about manifestation tips and whatever, right? But yeah. Henry Michael something. Don't curse. Don't tell me what to do on my channel. So what is everyone's sun sign while we're waiting for people to enter the room? I'm an Aquarius sun, Virgo moon, Gemini rising. So this Gemini full moon has definitely impacted me, especially when it comes to like the way I take in information and downloads. Oh my gosh, you guys, like I had like at least 10 great ideas and things that like I feel like I should have seen years ago. just recent. It's so crazy. Hi, Amber Parker. We're just chatting and doing free tarot readings. I was hoping that someone from locally or Instagram was on here so we could talk about my recent announcement. But for YouTube, a lot of it doesn't apply to you guys. Like a lot of my YouTube subscribers are not local at all. Like, to be honest, a good majority of my followers everywhere on all social platforms are not local. And so when these series of events have happened in my life recently, where it was asking me to refine my business systems, but also my emotional boundaries when it comes to tarot clients and friends, I just find that I have more success if I focus more on online readings. Otherwise, I got a lot of haters out there and people that, I don't know, are suspicious of me and my gifts. It's almost like they question if life, like they just wonder how I manifest things. And if things are like way too easy for me, they either envy, jealous, triangulate me, just stir up bullshit in my life. Like this girl, I had no issues with this girl. Like, she's gotten many readings from me. She's been on like a bunch of lives. She was like saying how she's like huge supporter, whatever. And I even have receipts from her on my Cash App and my Venmo. I updated her resume. I did a free birth chart dig with her. And then I find out she's talking shit, telling people that we don't vibe. No, that's not what it was. What happened is I caught her peeking on my TikTok every freaking day, monitoring me, and I was just like, what is this? Spirit told me to cut her off, and I never figured out why until just like recently, weeks to months later, where a mutual friend told me that, yeah. And so I think she was upset that I was not engaging in, because like sometimes it felt like she was pulling on my energies just for attention, but also for knowledge and wisdom, like, you know, esoterics and tarot. Like, I put a lot of time and energy, like, doing this myself. You got to do your own work. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like she was trying to avoid doing the work, but also trying to humble me in some freaking way. And, you know, she's been to like near my home and around my child. And that's where I draw the line. That's where I'm like, okay, there's something wrong. There's something sicko manipulative behavior, because I'm not doing anything wrong to you. I'm trying to like, I want everybody to be happy, you know, and be their best selves. So how are you going to do me like that? I just like so offended, man. I am psychic. You could call me an intuitive. And someone just emailed me this morning asking about that. We were talking about coaching services, and he wanted to hear about my opinion on what intuition is. And for me, intuition and being psychic is basically the same thing. It's just different verbiage, but I think there are different psychic niches, because psychic is such a general term. But I think we're all psychic to a degree. We're all born with intuition. It's just a matter of strengthening it. And some people just have it more heightened than others. Some people are mediums. Not all readers are healers. Not all healers are readers, right? Same with Reiki, energy work, all that jazz, astrology. Like this person that emailed me today, they're actually a tarot reader, but they don't put astrology into their tarot readings, and so they were curious on how I went about that and how that happened, blah blah blah, right? But we're just chit-chatting and waiting for people to enter the room. But if you have a question, here's a good time to get to know me as a reader and get a free reading from me. Do you like my random Christmas tree doodle? Too bad Brandon's not here. I'll show you my snack. Does anyone have a question? I don't think I've been online at this time on a Saturday, so this is a little different for me. This is not the usual setup, but we'll probably move things around often. Let's do the Crow Tarot. Have you guys seen this deck? If you guys didn't know, I'm from Washington State, born and raised, and also is this tarot artist, which I find very ironic because both my decks from her were gifted to me by two different people. And I was like, oh, it's a Washington artist. Also, if you didn't know, partially how I got into tarot was tarot art. So I often say that I'm an artist first, reader second. Hi, Lisa. Yes, you can post your question. Please do. We've just been hanging out for 15 minutes waiting for people to enter the room, find me on their algorithm. I'm usually not on the weekend at this time, so what's coming towards me in love in December? Show me what's coming towards Lisa in the month of December. What's coming towards Lisa? Got the Tower. Well, that's dramatic. That was your first card. It just got juicy. The clock has thickened. I didn't say that right at all. Hold on. The Empress. Ooh, okay. Now I see why I got tongue-tied. Because that's what's going to happen to you. Interesting. Well, something you manifested. Someone's manifesting you as well. You might even know this person, Lisa. Do you have feelings for someone already? Oh my God, it's bad news. The Tower isn't always a bad thing. It's just unexpected. Well, if you've been single, then there's someone that's gonna come into your life to be your divine counterpart. I don't think you see this coming at all, but you might have an inkling about a person that you meet in December. It doesn't mean that you're going to be in a full-blown committed partnership. It would be like a slow development. Interesting. Yeah, it just keeps repeating itself. There's the Emperor again. Like, look at this. This is a match. So, whoever this person is, I feel like you'll either meet them or run into them if you don't already know them at some place that you grew up, like childhood, like your hometown, things like that. Or it'd be mutual friends. Because the Ten of Pentacles is here with the Six of Cups. It looks good. Two of Cups. Gosh. The first reading was a love reading that was actually really good. That's nice. That's nice. Well, congratulations in advance, Lisa. Keep me posted if you think you met the person. That's always fun for me to watch. I'm really good at unions. It's in my birth chart to be able to, like, marry people. So much so that I'm kind of rethinking my whole business. I'm like, you know what? I should just make that into a thing. Does anyone else have a question? Thanks. Let's see. It's coming. Oh, yeah. It's a collective pattern also. It's nice to see you on that side of things. Because while there's going to be a lot of unions, there's also going to be a lot of breakups, you guys. I will contact you if this happens. Well, I will be waiting because I haven't been wrong yet. It might take some time. And I don't even think you're going to know in December that this is like the person you end up with. But I think you end up meeting them and seeing them in December. Lottie Walker 1627. Hi, welcome in. What's coming towards me in January in my career? Let's see. Hi, Lottie Walker. Are you new? If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Allie. I'm a tarot reader and an intuitive coach. If you need to reach out for a personal reading, my links are on the community page, the account page. That's probably the best way to book services. I was telling people and directing people towards my Instagram, and you know, I'm on all the social media platforms. So if like you're on TikTok, you know, it's fine if you go find me there, but I think I'm probably going to stop saying that because I've had so many issues with like boundaries and clients. So I do have emailed readings, virtual calls, as well as pre-recorded videos where I send you a private YouTube link that you can rewatch whenever you want. And I always highly recommend my clients to rewatch and reread the readings, whether from me or from other people, but especially from me, because I tend to see very far out outcomes. And sometimes they don't always make sense until way later. What's coming towards Lottie Walker in January for their career? Show me Lottie Walker. What's coming towards them in their career? That didn't want to come out, but it was the Chariot in reverse, Judgment, and the Ten of Pentacles. Why is the Chariot in reverse? Got the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Two of Pentacles. Is transportation an issue, Lottie Walker, or distance? And then we got the Ace of Swords, which would tell me that would be the truth of the situation. Well, here's what I see in January. If you have pre-existing transportation or car issues, I would make sure that you work that out now. Like if you've been putting off maintenance on your transportation, I would definitely pay attention to that. Otherwise, the possibility to have a hybrid remote situation is possible if that's something that you're interested in, because this has something to do with you moving around more freely instead of being stationary in your work. Is that what you're hoping for? Because I get there being like a need to balance out like family stuff. Family, emotional fulfillment, and also money. And I don't know if you're thinking that you can't have one over the other, but if you've been struggling, I think what Spirit is trying to direct you towards is that you actually don't need to work as hard as you thought, with the proper friend support also. So if you've been like asking for friends or needing to lean on a friend group, I would highly recommend that also, because that would be supported. 333 here. Tower. So I don't know if this has happened yet or not, Lottie Walker, but like if you've been pending, like looking into another job, that's probably a good idea, because I don't see that job lasting. So you're being redirected. So expect, you know, I think it's going to be like a whole other, I don't know if it's a whole other job or a whole other position, but you're definitely not going to be doing the same thing that you're doing right now, if this hasn't already happened. But I would actually start taking action instead of waiting, like if you are waiting. Tell me where you are at this timeline, because I actually don't know. That's what I got for you. moving into another career. Well, good luck. It looks good. I think that is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. How was everyone's weekend? You're welcome. I had a little bit of coffee left. It's gone, and I'm sad. I went on like a huge caffeine break, specifically coffee, but also caffeine in general. But recently, because of just I had so much going on and I needed a little bit more of a push. It's been a while since I've drank this much coffee. So much so I can like feel it impacting my brain in a negative way. It's like my mind already is sped up more than I feel like my body and everything else can catch up. And so when I drink caffeine, I feel like I glitch a lot and I can't think straight because I'm trying to like move so quickly. So weird. What else can we talk about while we wait for people to think of their questions? I guess we can talk about, I don't know, new subscribers and people that have been watching. What do you want to see here? I don't even know what I want the direction of the channel to go. Like, I had an idea of, like, I don't know. Always open to change. Trying to be open-minded. I do, however, have my eye on, like, a few readers that I watch on YouTube to collaborate with. I've been watching them for a while. Hannah, me, G4M. Hey, Hannah. I think I remember you from last time, right? Were you here last time? Please double tap to like the video. Helps boost the algorithm. Get it to the right people. I'm usually not on a Saturday morning, so I'm curious where this lands. Show me Hannah. Show me Hannah. What can they expect in their love life? Did you ask about love last time? Show me Hannah. What can they expect in their love life? 8 of Wands, messages. That 9 of Pentacles. Magician. What is this? Hannah, I think this came up in your last reading too. I don't know. There's a King of Wands coming towards you. Why am I hearing workplace romance? I don't know. Maybe that's how you know him, maybe not. Well, you have like a sexual situation. That's what's coming towards you. There is something about integrating your shadow, and that's why the Tower and the Devil is here, and the Eight of Swords. And I think I talked about this on my last live, you guys. Like, I mean, I can answer your questions and say yes or no. However, I can also teach you on how to manifest the love life that you want. But the question is, do you and will you be willing to change in order to get what you want? A lot of people don't understand that they're blocking their own love life and the things that they desire because they're not doing shadow work. So it would suggest here that shadow work would be probably your main priority if you want to manifest a real partnership so that you stop ending up in these cycles. I think the next person coming towards you will probably be triggering because it is a more lustful connection. So if that's something that you're used to, that's probably something that you're going to experience again until you do shadow work. Makes sense. I hope that helps. And again, I'm really good at, I was like, my favorite love story is one of my first tarot reading clients was through mutual friends. And basically, he fell in love, and he told me that he started dating this girl, got readings about her, and from there they got engaged, married, and they have kids now. And that was the first time I got to watch like a love journey by being a tarot reader. It was like the coolest experience. I have one other one that's like still playing out right now. That's been really interesting because they're actually local to me and I actually knew them separately through my online spaces. And so when I found out that they were like together, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so neat. Yes. Highly check out, like, if you're into astrology, even if you're not, it could be highly useful for you to check out your Taurus and Venus placements, possibly your Pluto placements, and that can kind of give you a gist of the shadow work you need to do. Saturn's also a good one to look at. Those are your lessons, things that you got to do to take responsibility and grow up. And now that Saturn has been direct, you're either getting a gift from Saturn right now or it's kicking your ass. Either or maybe both. For me, it's been both. And I think, I don't know if there's any Aquariuses here, but because we are Saturn ruled, it doesn't surprise me that we are getting a mixed bag. All right, we are 33 minutes in. I was honestly expecting a little bit more traffic on a weekend, or people not doing this on a weekend. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's probably because I'm not on usually on this day. Vanessa, were you here last time too? Can I get a general reading? Yes, you may. Show me a general reading for Vanessa. What does she need to know? A general reading for Vanessa. Got the Queen of Wands, Temperance, the Tower. Why is everybody getting the Tower? The Star. Nice. What do you do? Oh my gosh, are you an intuitive? My ears are ringing. If you feel like you've had an upgrade in gifts, you're not crazy. Death and the Five of Swords, but why? Are you having an awakening? Because I'm hearing Witch. Tower, the Sun. So if things are being exposed to you at this time, Vanessa, let them be exposed. I think the hardest part for you is to not get into this Five of Swords energy. And this is like a winning at all costs kind of energy. The best way to move forward is to be factual, logical, and just kind of cut it off. Because the Five of Swords is basically, there's no winner, right? There's someone's hurting, bleeding, or it's gonna be returned in some way. That's why it looks like the way it does. And it might be difficult for you because of certain things that you've gone through, calming your nervous system, whatever. But the best way you can move through this is to alchemize the energy, have patience, and get into the Empress mode, which is very, we don't chase, we attract. Sit back. I'm hearing like delegation. I don't know what that is. Ten of Cups in reverse. So I don't know if you're having a fallout with family or a specific family member, but I see that they're also the Magician. So the message I'm getting is you're kind of blocking your own blessings, Vanessa. There's also something that you need to know, that this is going to be a very long transition for you. So this is basically a manifestation playing out of something that you want, but you need to die in order to be reborn. Basically, that's what the Death card is. Memento mori, right? In order to transform. So the question is, how bad do you want it? And do you have faith that when a manifestation shows up, it is what you're asking for, even if it might have not been in the way that you wanted, but it's also for your highest good. Does that make sense, Vanessa? I'm very interested in who you are because like my ear was ringing, but it was a very gentle, nice ring to it. It was a good tone. I don't always get good ringings in my ears when I do these things, but I know usually when I'm connecting to someone that's awakened or an intuitive. It's so weird. Should you be worried? I would not put your intention into the energy of being worried, right? No, it's a manifestation that's trying to show up for you. I just think that you might be blocking your blessings because of the worry and concern, and trying to push and resist instead of letting it flow and receiving. So you might want to look into your love languages, the way you receive, and if you are not receiving your blessings because of trauma, because of a dysregulated nervous system, because of betrayals, because of the past. Those are kind of things that I would self-reflect on so that you can answer those questions yourself. So I love to like answer people's questions through the cards in my psychic channeling, but ultimately I want people to trust and strengthen their intuition so that they can grow their own discernment. And that's really what I'm here for, to coach you so that you can trust yourselves. You don't always have to rely on tarot readings and readers. Although we are here basically to help you heal yourselves. That's why, like, you know, I do what I do. It's really hard to get in receive mode, you guys. Can we talk about it? I'm still learning. It's so hard, especially when you're a control freak. You're welcome. Yeah, Libra energy is slow normally. Taurus, Libra energy is slow. And so you kind of want to think of it from that aspect. I'm going to be right back and pause. I'm just going to mute real quick. Hey, Ashley. We will be right back. And we are back. Is Ashley still in the room? Ashley, can you pull cards on my love life? Oh, Sim Stowe. I don't even know how to say that username at all. It's like in code. Yeah, I can answer. Let me see if Ashley's still in the room first. Ashley, are you still here? Otherwise, we'll move on. Okay. Ashley is here. Show me Ashley. What does she need to know about her love life? Show me Ashley. What does she need to know about her love life? Show me Ashley. What does she need to know about her love life? The Three of Pentacles. The Two of Wands. Justice. The World. Well, cycle's closing out. If you had a thing about people choosing you or third parties, that's going to change. King of Pentacles. Interesting. Page of Cups. Queen of Wands. Well, Ashley, if you're wondering if there's something going on in the background or if someone's going to choose you or something like that, like I get a lot of questions. Yes. I just feel like you're kind of left in the dark about something and you're not supposed to know at this time, so I guess just hang in there. I do see a balancing out and healing, especially if you like went through like a lot of power games and manipulation in love. But someone's going to spark your interest if not already, and all of that dynamic is going to change. So I hope that helps. It's going to go in a good direction, but I can sense that it wasn't at first. Yes, right. Right. You're welcome. Show me Simsto. Can you tell me something job related for me? It's not necessarily a question, but we'll work with it. What do they need to know about their job? What do they need to know about their job? What do they need to know about their job? What do they need to know about their job? Well, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Looking at options. I'm assuming you're looking for a new job. What do they need to do to achieve whatever? Justice. Four of Pentacles. If you're looking into like government assistance or some kind of new contract, resources, something like that, that sounds important. Saving money, budgeting, financial literacy are things that I heard. Show me more about Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The High Priestess. Ace of Pentacles. Well, there's a new opportunity coming towards you, and I heard recovery. So I feel like maybe you're just not used to this. I don't know, being unemployed. I don't know how long you've been looking. But there's something about like nervousness. I think you're going to feel conflicted about the offer that gets presented to you, but it looks like a good offer that will help you recover. I don't think it's going to be what you thought you wanted, but it's going to help you progress your money and take care of things. So you'll be in a good financial position if you weren't before, you will be soon. So trust the process. 8 months. Yeah, you won't be sitting in that energy for too long. I hope that helps. Blessings, why choosy? Feelings about her friend, Poonam. You're welcome. Please double tap to like the video, helps boost the algorithm. I'm technically not usually on at this time on the weekends, so trying to reach different people from different spheres. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Allie. I'm a tarot reader and intuitive coach for the last 5 years. If you're curious about how I became a reader and my awakening story, I do have YouTube About Me videos, and I will make more as we go on because I have a lot of side quest stories, and a lot of people ask me like manifestation tools and tips and all that jazz. We will get to it eventually. Show me blessings, why choosy? Feelings about this person. Strength. Ace of Swords. the High Priestess, the Hanged Man in reverse, Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Magician. Well, the feelings to N towards the other person is that they are attached. They do feel the distance. They do want to give to the connection, although there's some kind of feminine in one of your guys' spheres. I don't know if it's you or the other person, but definitely a woman, and it could be an older woman, like a mother, aunt kind of dynamic, where Queen of Pentacles, sometimes she can be like hierarchy, you know, mother kind of energy, grandmother. Someone that handles like the family finances, that kind of thing. That's kind of blocking forward movements. If you guys aren't speaking, there will be words spoken. There will be a message, if not multiple messages. But if it was stagnant, it won't be stagnant. There will be something that will change. I hope that answered your question. You're welcome. And we are back. Blessings, Y2Z. I mean, I guess since the chat is slow, we'll answer your question again. Show me what's coming to Blessings, Y2Z. Four of Swords. What's coming new for you? Well, I guess in relation, is this in regards to the last reading that you had? I believe it is. Recovery. Alignment. Forgiveness. Healing. If you've like had health issues or health concerns or are wanting to focus more on your financial, emotional wealth and well-being, that kind of thing. Very Taurus energy, King of Pentacles. That's what's new for you. You're going to be put in a very good position where you're not really going to have to worry much about anything. I see a conversation coming up between you and another person. Looks like an emotional conflict. If it's not a conflict, it's just confronting someone about feelings. Things might have been left in the dark and felt emotionally dissatisfying is what I'm getting. And that's what's going to be talked about, I guess. Does anyone else have a question? This is a good time to get a free reading from me while I'm available. While I'm feeling generous. What is everybody up to today? There are other things on my agenda, for sure. It's like if it doesn't pick up, we might jump off and maybe come back later and see if evening is a better time for this. It wasn't like super slow. I think we still got like a good amount of traffic today. It's weird for it to be quiet after a Gemini full moon. Is everybody wore out? Is that what it is? Excuse me. Everybody's trying to ground, probably. Who's your guys' favorite tarot reader on YouTube? Can we talk about that? Is there a way to pop a question? Is it this? Chat? No. That's not what I want. Start a question and answer. Who is your favorite reader on YouTube? Tell me. I'll start. Can I answer my own question? Dang it. It won't let me. I was trying to push the answer button. My favorite tarot reader on YouTube let's start with Miriam because I talk about her a lot. And so for people that have been new today, I found Miriam about 5 years ago during my awakening journey, and I just started watching her. She used to be known as Point Your Compass, and I forget how many subscribers she had, but she had like a pretty good amount. And I would watch her like tarot readings and astrology readings, and then I got a few readings from her, and then from there I was convinced and had some birth chart readings with her for me and my kids. And then from there she became my Al-Anon sponsor, and that is like goes into my spiritual recovery story. And then over the years we became more as friends, but I still consider her a mentor. Anyway, Miriam's channel, Point Your Compass, got shut down a few times. She got hacked. She's got people that hate on her gifts, basically, because she's really good at what she does. So people will lash out when you start creating boundaries, and I'm finding that to be seriously so. A bunch of readers and light workers got together to kind of find a way to help protect Miriam, and one of those people was Heather, and they created a channel called Woke One's Revolution. So now Miriam's channel has kind of transformed and transferred over to Heather's channel, and from there we have another leg, which is the Real World Astrology podcast, and there's some videos over there. And they read my chart, so if you want to go check that out, you'll probably be able to find it. I won't tell you which one it is unless you're on Instagram or if you're a follower and friend, but it is there, and it is very useful and interesting. So if you're serious about spiritual growth and your spiritual journey, and you're curious about, I guess, I was going to say astrology specifically, but more so evolutionary astrology, which I guess is similar to Western, but it's not the same. But anyway, if you're curious about those methods, go check that out. Otherwise, some other readers are Noonie from Leo in the 3rd house. Love his Capricorn energy. It's actually interesting because I'm supposed to be trying to discern who has that kind of Capricorn energy, that loyalty, consistency, dedication, very business-oriented kind of vibes. And he definitely does. Who else? Doug, who I went live with on Instagram. I guess that's not a YouTube reader, but I'm sure he probably will eventually. But anyway, who is that? Why can't I think of his name? I can't. I'm like thinking of his face, but for some reason his name is not coming to mind. Tarot Time by Dana, right? Yeah. Tarot Time by Dana. That's another one. YouTube reader. I keep thinking of like Instagram readers. There's that tarot. I don't remember her name, but I like her voice. She's very soothing. Why can't I remember? He's an Aquarius. Shadow by You Tarot. She's pretty good. Why do I want to say Shane? I know that's not his name. Aquarius and Company is good. I think she has like a few different channels. Is it? Oh, Rich Loop. Gosh, that was driving me crazy. He's pretty good. He's an Aquarius. I think those are the main ones. Do you guys have a favorite reader on YouTube? I know there are a few I'm forgetting already. MJ Soulful Revolution, she's pretty good. I took her tarot class. That was probably one of the first YouTube tarot readers that I watched. Okay, well, we're about 70 minutes in. I might jump back on later. I might not. So if you want to join us, keep those alerts on. But thank you for everyone that joined in. Until next time. Bye.